Welcome to Filmatic. I am your host, the Film Doctor. Let's jump right into movies that are coming soon. And joining me here today on Film Addict is my host. In all honesty, you might as well just be a co-host at this point. I'm kind of tired of seeing you. But today with me is Manny. We are going to look at the trailer review to Wonder Woman. I'm excited. You know, when I saw the first Wonder Woman, in all honesty, I was not a fan of the whole, old time kind of feel that they had. This is a little bit more, pertinent to like new school days, like new times, current events kinds of thing. Do you know what I mean?
You think 1984 is new times?
It's a lot better than what was the last one, like the 1800s? I'm terrible with geography. That's not even geography. I'm terrible with history to a point that I don't even care. I don't like that old school. 1984, yes, that is a little bit newer. I'm sorry that it's not like currently and they're walking around with smartphones, but 1984 I will settle with versus the first one that was like, I don't know, like the 1750s. There was probably slaves inside of that one.
I'm pretty sure that was set in World War II, which is still in the 1900s.
I'm terrible with history? Did I not just say that? Look, I don't have time to argue.
1945, I think, was the end of the war.
Keep talking, and this is your last time on the show. So this is what we're doing. We are going to look at this trailer review for Wonder Woman 1984. I'm so excited. Let's check it out.
This world is not yet ready for all that you will do. Your time will come, Diana. And everything will be different.
Citizens of the world, I'm here to change your life.
We see that in the 1700s.
Anything you dream of, you can have it. You look like you saw a ghost.
Oh,
Diana, look at you. It's like not one day has passed.
I don't want to be like anyone. I want to be an apex predator. You've always had everything, while people like me have had nothing. Now it's my turn. Get used to it.
I've never been one for rules. The answer is always more. The way I fly, they will never find us.
I forgot to tell you.
What?
Radar.
Will they shoot at us?
Barbara, what did you do?
You know, I'm not so keen on this one. I figure you are, but you know what? I'm ready to go.
I think we can do better.
Parachute pants?
Yeah.
Does everybody parachute now?
So looking at that trailer, first of all, I just want to point out there was a point where, oh boy, Chris Pine, that is Chris Pine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where he's like flying or falling in the air near a car. I noticed that he had on Pumas. They don't have Pumas in the 1700s. I wanted to just point that out real quick. I'm a little upset that he's even back. Like, he died and we saw it. Like,
Right.
So they really better explain the shit out of this one because, and I don't know when. I mean, you say World War II. Like I said, I'm terrible with history, so I don't know when that took place. How, in comparison to 1984, would he have aged a little bit, looked more different than what he looks now? That would also kind of sort of bother me. In terms of the trailer, I think it looks amazing. I'm excited to see what direction it goes in, because they have this female villain, and I don't know if that's like a well-known villain from the DC comic books or anything.
Depends on how much you're into comics. I don't think a lot of people will know who that is.
You know who that is? Who is it?
I don't know who it is, and I don't think a lot of people know who it is, and I like comics. So
Okay.
I feel like the people who are like have every edition or like are really into Wonder Woman as a superhero, because when you collect comics, you collect the comics that you like, not necessarily everybody. So the people who are really into Wonder Woman will probably know who it is. But I don't know who Kirsten Wiig is playing. I just think that Cheetah is who Kirsten Wiig
I
is
was
playing.
gonna say that there is a villain named Cheetah, but I didn't think that. Oh no, that is from, because I used to watch the Justice League. I wasn't into the comic books, but I was into like the show Justice League, and I remember there being a character named Cheetah. So when I saw the Cheetah outfit, I was like, yeah, maybe it's not. I highly doubt it. Like that wasn't a well-known character in my eyes, so that's why I didn't think anything of it. But if it is Cheetah, then yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I'm skeptical on that casting because I'm used to Kirsten Wiig being in funny, non-serious roles, and have her play a villain is going to be very interesting. I hate to like typecast an actress or an actor to say that they can't do something, but when I've seen you in a certain capacity, it's kind of hard for me to gear my mind to seeing you some way else. Not to say that you can't do it, because who knows? She might have done a fantastic job, and this could open up new roles for her. So we'll see.
I agree that you should not typecast, and that some of those actors, when they're known for their comedic things, if they're an actor or an actress, doesn't mean they're a comedic actor and actress. They're an actor or an actress, which means that they can probably do a wide array of different roles and characters, maybe even accents, etc. But I look forward to see what she brings to the table as a more serious role, let alone a villain. I mean, you say she's not doing a comedy movie, so this is not a comedy movie, but she's going the extra mile by taking on a role that's not a comedic role as well,
Right.
to be a villain. So in that aspect alone, I'm anxious to see what happens when it comes out, and if it's going to be as good as what I saw the first one to be, even though it took place inside of the 1500s, basically the prehistoric ages. But
1945.
that's
1945.
okay. So 1945, that's 40 years more, even more so. Chris Pine should be different. 1945 or whatever is also as close to 1920s in my eyes.
They're bringing him back, and he was already dead, and he still looks the same. There has to be a reason for that, right? Which I hope they explain.
I hope so too. Because if they just leave it as, hey, I'm back, I'm going to be like, this movie sucks. All right, well, that's all we have for movies that are coming soon. Let's take a look at movies that are must-see. So looking at movies that are must-see, we have a movie that's one of my favorite movies. It's something that not many people know about. One of his last movies prior to him passing away, called Running Scared with Paul Walker. This movie is really good. So if you haven't seen it, to many people, I don't even know if it came to theaters as a major motion picture, if it was highly promoted, but it definitely was a movie that not many people know about. When I tell them, oh, have you seen the Paul Walker movie, Running Scared? They haven't heard of that, but they've heard of Brick Mansions, which was definitely not widely promoted, just because that was like a movie that came out after his death, as considered one of the last movies, if not the last movie that he filmed, next to this one. So Running Scared is a unique kind of movie because that story is different, and it is definitely something that when those that watch it, you kind of think it's one direction, and that one set of things and direction that it's going to be headed, and then you see it spiral into a shitload of different messed up scenarios that I think bring the level of this film to a higher level and a higher appreciation. Now, granted, it takes like maybe about 15, 20 minutes to kind of get into that story, to kind of set up everything and it does make sense towards the end in terms of the people and things that you see at the beginning. You understand their purpose and their, the direction that they were heading towards the end. But it follows the tale of this, father who, I guess he works for like a mob or gang in some consensus, and it follows his son's friend and or his son, the life of that connection, because they live two different lives. The son's friend and the father. It follows their lives, and they have two different lives, and it follows it from those both perspectives and kind of connects the two and brings their story, their lives, and their experiences together. And like I said, it spirals into a lot of really crazy and messed up situations, things that you wouldn't expect to see coming. It's definitely a different role than we know from Paul Walker's 27 Fast and Furious movies that he has made. It was a good movie. So for me, as a rating, I definitely am going to put it up there inside of the A+ range. I would hate to say A+ because there are minor things. So if anything, I'm going to closely put it at an A for the rating that I'm giving it for Running Scared. What are your thoughts on it?
I would give it an A as well. I think they did a good job with the cinematography here and kind of toggling those two storylines that you were talking about. And the shots were really good. And it was good to see Paul Walker in this light because I only know him from Brick Mansions and Fast and Furious. And I think this kind of showed his range as an actor. So I really enjoyed seeing him in this one. Yeah, I love the cinematography. The music really helped the movie as well. They just did a good job with this film. I mean, I don't want to repeat all the things you said. I do think it's a little slow in the beginning to kind of get into, but that's not a reason that should stop anybody from seeing it. I know I'm the it's slow guy, but I'm one of those people.
What are your thoughts on the messed up things that happened inside the film? Because I told you to watch this film. I said it's really good. And I didn't want to tell you anything about like a lot of the messed up things that happened inside the film because I was like, I want him to be just as surprised as I was. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, this is just like a gangster kind of film. He's running errands for the mob. And it's so much more than that. And there are certain things, and I'm not going to say what, but there is a certain part inside the movie. A certain scene.
I don't want to give it away. That's why I'm being so generic, but I was genuinely from the beginning and then when we got into the story and I know what part you're talking about, when that happened, I was like, oh my God, what did he tell me to watch? What is going on?
It's fucked up, isn't it? I don't think we've ever seen a movie that has touched on that kind of topic.
Right.
And has touched on it in the consensus where it was extreme. They took it to the extreme of expressing, this is this,
right.
These are these, this happened like this is fucked up. Yeah. So I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to say too much because I do want people to genuinely be as surprised as I was how I made you, but I do want to get your thoughts on what you thought from that sequence in general.
It's something that's shocking, especially just the way the beginning is set up and then just the whole movie. There are so many twists and turns in this movie but it works together. Sometimes you have a movie that they'll try to do a twist or a turn and it doesn't really work for the movie. It's just something that they just want to throw a twist or turn here. Everything that they did works for this movie. So when you get to the end, you understand that's why they did all of this. So I don't want to give anything away because I really want people to. It's hard. It's hard.
Let me ask you this. For that sequence that we're talking about, did you know from the start, or did it come across as being normal and you thought, oh, happy days, the hooray, everything's good, the boy is saved kind of ordeal, and then you were like, oh, hell no, shit's hit the fan? Or from the beginning, did you already know, oh, this blah, blah, blah?
No, I thought we were all good. It's crazy because you think you're going in one direction, like you were saying,
okay.
And then it was just oh shit, we're in the shit now. This is the movie. All that other stuff was just like, yeah, we'll let you think this is the movie. This is the movie. We're here now.
And I don't think this is going to give anything away. You'll know what I'm talking about when the kid's inside of the bathroom and everything, and you see stuff like it's an eerie feeling
Right.
on the outside of the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's an eerie feeling, scary, almost where I'm like, are we dealing with aliens? Like I'm really scared and creeped out about this. Like, it was really well done.
People, please go watch this. It's so hard not to spoil it because it's such a good movie, and there's so many things that I could say good about particular scenes, but I'm not going to be that person. But please watch this film.
Can we do like a spoiler section? Can I say, like, if you guys don't want to know anything and we talk about it for like 1 minute, spoiler free? Would you want to do that? Would you do that?
I don't want to ruin it though, because then people will actually watch it even if you say that.
Okay. All right. I tried, you guys. You lucked out. Definitely. The thing about this movie is that it's really hard to find. Where were you able to find? I own the movie. Where were you able to find? Where can somebody go and check this movie out? Because to me, it's not on Netflix.
No.
It's not on Hulu.
Yeah.
Where did you see this at?
So I watched it on Amazon. Amazon, you can buy it like the Amazon Prime Video.
Okay, you might be able to rent it off certain streaming places.
You can rent it off the Prime Video. Let me see.
I recommend people buy it. If we're being honest, it's definitely one to have in your collection.
So it's for rent for $2.99. I got it for free. I was able to rent it for free because something with my Prime membership, I guess, but I wouldn't tell people to expect it for free. But you can rent it for $2.99 and you can buy it for $5. So
and it's not because it's a bad movie, it's just because it's an older movie.
yeah, it's from 2006, I believe, so that's why.
And it wasn't heavily promoted or whatever, and it really should have been. It really should have been in theaters. It should have been a well-known classic. It is definitely up there in one of the greats. It should be more well-known than Brick Mansions in my eyes. That wasn't better than this movie. This movie was amazing.
Yeah, this movie came out in theaters. It came out in theaters. I don't know why it didn't do as well.
And the person that plays his wife, I've seen her in other stuff. She did a phenomenal job as well. The little boy's father, who is a fan of John Wayne, I don't know who he is, but he did well. It's just everyone, the whole movie, beginning to end, phenomenal. And for anybody that knows me, anybody that has looked at movies that I have suggested, I am not bullshitting you on this movie. This is one of my favorite movies. Go and check this out today. Today, right now. You should be right now on Amazon checking this out, renting it right now. Start it.
Yes, please do. Again, I don't want to give spoilers because it's something you need to see. You have to see this movie, and then when you see it, you will vibe with us and you will understand.
And then let me go even further. When you see it, then tell friends to see it, and don't tell them shit. Don't tell them anything about any of the spoilers. Don't tell them what it's about. Just be like, it's really good. You really need to check it out. Okay? Just be prepared that shit's gonna hit the fan. So that is all that we have.
I wanted to say something too, because I won't. I can't do it.
I can't either. I want to do the spoiler section, but this is too
like if it was another film, maybe, but just this particular movie, it's just.
Well, off camera, you and I are going to talk because I want to this movie. That's all we have for movies that are must see. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that bell. If you want, tie a note to a pigeon's leg, send it on its way over to me. Whatever, comment below. I want to know your thoughts, especially after you have seen this movie. I want to thank my guest Manny for being a guest on the show. And that's pretty much all we have. So again, thanks for joining me. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, this has been another exciting episode of Filmatic. Okay. All right.